Okay, we're going to talk about some different chargers now. We've talked about the Spectrum line of smart chargers, the Traxxas ID chargers. Now we're going to talk about just general basic hobby chargers and different types of batteries you can charge with them. These are not smart. These are just regular batteries. Like these would be used kind of more for racing. They don't have wires coming out of them. You have to connect your wires in the sides here and use your balancing connector right through there. This is, like a receiver battery, or for a smaller scale. This is actually nickel metal hydride. These are couple different lipos, another nickel metal hydride with all different kinds of connectors. You have Dean's connectors here. You have the old school Spectrum EC3 connectors. You have the Tamiya connectors here, kind of old school ones. So these have to have balancing connectors. As you can see, they're balancing on the lipos. So these are charged. You can charge all of these batteries, including Spectrum batteries, including your Traxxas batteries on the Hitec chargers. So these are kind of the basic chargers that we sell. You can charge most batteries. So then you're asking, well, why buy a Traxxas charger or a Spectrum charger instead of just buying the Hitec charger? Well, the reason is with Smart and with the Traxxas ID connector, when you plug them into your charger, the charger knows what you're plugging into. They communicate. So it's really the safest way for beginner and intermediate RC users to charge a battery with the Traxxas and Spectrum line. That's why we sell them. That's why they're a little bit pricier, but they're a lot easier to use and they're 100% safer. For the more advanced user that has a lot of RC, we recommend going with like a Hitec style charger. This is a basic one. The X1 Mini to only charge one battery at a time. This is a dual charger. It'll charge two batteries at a time. And also I have this analyzer and big discharger plugged into it, so I can discharge a battery at 40 amps. So I can really charge a battery fast. A big battery I can charge in 10-15 minutes with this guy right here, and then I can discharge it or put it in storage mode the same amount of time, 10 or 15 minutes. So that's why we like these. The problem is that you have to have connectors and wires for all of these different chargers. Like for instance, here's kind of more of a race pack. Here's your balancing wire that goes in here. Okay, and then you have a plus here, so you would put the red on that side and the black on this side, and then on the side over here, this has a balance connector here plugged in, and then I have the I think this is an XT60 plugged in the side over here. Okay, let's set up the charging. So there's an A and B port on the charger. We're plugged into the B side, so I'm going to go over to the B side. I want to make sure I'm in either LiPo mode. These particular batteries are high voltage, so I can do LIHV, which is the high voltage LiPo mode. I want to make sure I'm on 2S, because it goes all the way up to 6S. And I want to make sure I'm at 10, 15, 20 amps. So I'm at 15 right now. So I can just go up here and hit start right here, and it'll start charging. So the thing with these type of batteries is, because they're not smart, they don't have the Traxxas ID technology or the Spectrum Smart technology, you have to tell the charger what these batteries are. So this is a 2S 6500 high voltage battery. And you have to know that when you use these batteries and tell the charger. And if you charge it at a wrong setting, you're going to get yourself in trouble. So that's why we recommend these for more advanced users. This particular battery is for racing, so if you're going to get into racing, you need to know how to use kind of a more advanced charger. There's other batteries. I mean, you can use all kinds of connectors, and so I can be charging this battery on this side, and then I can switch over to the A side, and I can charge one of these Deans. So it'd be as easy as plugging in the Deans. Here's a little balance connector at the bottom, which I'm going to plug into the side. So the negative is on this side, the negative on the black wire is on this side, so I'm going to plug it in like this. Sometimes when these don't fit into your charger, you may have to get snips and snip these little pieces off. Don't have that problem with these, but they go all the way to the side. So now I'm on the A side of the charger, Nope, don't want to do that. I want to be on the A side. So now I'm on the A side of the charger. This is set at nickel metal hydride. So if I charge this LiPo battery on nickel metal hydride, I'm going to run into a big problem. Okay, so you got to make sure that you're putting the right settings into your charger. This is a LiPo battery, so I'm putting on LiPo. It's a 2S. It's already set at 2S. It's already set at balanced charging, and this is charged at 10 amps. Okay, so I'm going to bring the amperage down to, let's say, 6 amps. And I'm going to go up to start. And now that's going to start charging. So now I'm charging 2 different type of batteries, 2 different connectors on the same charger. Okay, so I can go onto the B side over here. I can hit stop. Okay, I can disconnect this charging point. Okay, unplug these guys over here. And then I can plug in something like this. It has all of these connectors on there, and I can start plugging my nickel metal hydride, start charging my nickel metal hydride. So how would I do that? I would go over here to the B side, which I'm in the B side. I would go to the mode. I would change it to nickel metal hydride. So this is where it gets a little bit confusing because this is a 6-cell. Okay, there's that. You can actually see the cells. So 6-cell battery. So I'm at nickel metal hydride 6-cell 7.2, and this is charging at 3 amps, and I want to charge it, let's say, at 5 amps. Okay, and then I can go up to start, and I'll start charging. So I can charge 2 different chemistries, a LiPo and a nickel metal hydride at the same time. Is that cool or what? Okay, and then I can go over now to my A port. I can go to my A port, and then I can go to put it in a different mode. I can go in to where it was balanced charging, and I can put it into to storage mode. Okay, so where it says storage, and I can go over here and hit start, and then it will start discharging the battery, or if it's really low, it'll start charging the battery to get it back to that half charge. So when we're using LiPos, they do not like to be sitting around at 0. So if you go fly your plane or drive your boat or your car and you run your battery down, feel free to charge it up to 100%, but then you need to go out and use it right away. If you're not going to use your once you're done using it, put it into storage mode. Storage mode is about half a charge. That's where these batteries like to sit. They like to be in a dry, kind of medium temperature area, not cold, not too hot, kind of in the garage on a shelf. And you want to store them at storage mode, okay? You don't want to store them at 100% because then the batteries will swell and it'll become dangerous. And you don't want to store it at 0% or even 2% because over time it'll discharge, it'll lose power in the battery, and you'll find your battery is useless. When LiPo batteries get down to 0 and they sit, you can't use them anymore. They won't take a charge. So that being said, always put them in storage mode when you're done using them. And if the battery sits in storage mode for 4 or 5 months, you're going to have to go out, cycle the battery, which means charge it, discharge it all the way, and maybe put it back in storage mode because these batteries like to sit at about half charge. Don't ever leave your batteries connected to your vehicle or your airplane or your charger, okay? Always charge your batteries safely. Don't charge them and go off and do something else. Charge your batteries safely and monitor the charging. So don't charge your battery and go off and have lunch or go do something else. Keep an eye on your battery and your charger so that you can monitor the charging, especially when you're charging LiPo batteries. I also recommend using a LiPo sack, which these are LiPo sacks. They're little bags, okay? So when you're charging a battery, you can put it in your LiPo sack like this, okay? And it's a good way to charge your battery safely. You can also store them in a bag. You can buy bigger bags, and you could store your batteries in there like this, and then put them on the shelf. And that's a good idea of how to store your batteries safely. I don't recommend that you leave your batteries plugged in. So what we find out a lot of time are people are leaving their batteries plugged in, either to their charger or to their airplane or to their car, and then they throw it in their closet or in the garage, and they go back, you know, a couple months later to use it, and the battery's completely dead, and now you have to buy a new battery. Thank you very much for watching this video.